Hi, darling.
Hi.
We've got the cutest little dog
Oh
on
my
you today.
God.
He's being so snuggly buggly.
He's just laid his head down on my lap after giving me a thillion
cuddles. 1 zillion cuddles. Oh, I'm losing my mind.
I think I must say things like that so often that I don't. Well, I hear on the podcast when I say weird, when I'm editing it, and I say mental things, and I'm like, neither of us realise
in a different direction, going, yeah. You flick to the other camera and you could probably just see that I'm literally not even looking or something. That'll be why we just missed.
Yeah.
A shout out to my imaginary friend Pinjin. Spinny's looking at me when I've said Pinjin, so this is adding up to my theory that Spinny is really similar to Pinjin. Have we not spoken about this before? Like, have we not spoken about Spinny being like Pinjin before?
I don't think so.
Pinjin was my imaginary friend and he was really naughty. He did naughty things.
Pinjin.
And my mum went into nursery to complain about Pinjin and say, Daisy's been, well, not even complain, just be like, Daisy's been talking a lot about this Pinjin and seems to be maybe like making her upset or something like that. And they were like, there's no one called Pinjin here.
Oh my God.
Sorry, that was for the people.
You're like
you know that story.
Logan on Love on the Spectrum.
Or
his
the imaginary girlfriend. I was trying to do a Kermit the Frog voice.
Tifa, or whatever her name was.
Tifa!
Tifa and Pinjin.
Yeah, what the hell? Pinjin must have come from Pingu.
I don't know. I love that it's
I did love Pingu.
your pure creativity coming out. Like you just made a name that fitted the person. Pinjin. But yeah, maybe a bit of Pingu in there.
Yeah, so Pinjin, his spirit is coming out in spinach. It kind of sounds like Pinjin.
Yeah. Spinach, Pinjin. It's basically exactly the same sounds. But then also, my favourite toy when I was little was a dog called Scruffy Duff who
Literally
exactly
looks like
spinach.
So he's our childhood dream and our adulthood nightmare because he's really annoying. But he's so perfect.
So cute.
Oh God.
Anyway,
sorry.
I miss Joel and his teddy.
Oh,
he would understand.
Teddy. Yeah, he would understand. I was just starting to like Joel a bit.
I know.
I will see him at the reunion. I'm sure he'll come in and say, "I'm a star." I'm sure.
God.
I was nearly getting dragged into like spoilers on Instagram yesterday because I was looking up Jamie from last year.
Which one was Jamie? Oh, Jamie the girl.
Jamie and Dave. Yeah, girl
Yeah.
Jamie. And she was like saying, "Oh, I've done the." I don't know. I was looking at her stories and someone said like, "Are you doing this with Beck or something?" And I was like, Daisy Grant, get off this.
Well avoided.
Get off.
I saw that Dave is doing Perfect Match. That even for me, I have not stooped to watch Perfect Match.
What is Perfect Match?
It's like a dating show, I think on Netflix, where they've just got all the people from all of the other reality shows.
Where they failed because they would... Anyway, whatever. Anyway, so that news out the way.
Yeah, because we've got quite a big week to discuss. Homestays.
I was really looking forward to Homestays and I was not disappointed.
It was quite juicy.
It was.
We didn't get to see both families, both sides of the couple this time.
That was interesting because that was definitely missing. And like they had fewer couples than usual, I feel, at this point. So it is weird that they didn't go to both sides, but they made a point of being like, this is the place where they're going to end up.
Are they just scrimping and saving? I mean, they're doing a lot of product placement.
A lot of product placement, a lot of cheap holidays.
Yeah.
And honeymoons. And yeah.
But we did say that it kind of added an element of pressure, which was quite successful in terms of like stressing out the relationships by being like, this is where you're going to live.
Yeah.
And that bloody caused chaos in pretty much everyone, didn't it?
Yeah. Should we talk about the commitment ceremony before we get in?
Touch on the commitment ceremony. Before, when we see them all getting ready, Danny had this corker. He said, with regards to intimacy, it's not like I don't want to do it, but I'm not craving to do it. Like,
why?
Great.
Why does he think that it's a good idea to say this to the camera but not say it to Beck?
Because either you're going to be still with Beck, in which case that's going to be a nightmare.
Or he's very much planned to not be with her.
In which case you just look like a prick. Is he just like trying to cover his arse? Like, oh, I'm not that into her. Like I could have anyone else. It's so
What a guy.
rude. You're still having sex with her, so why are you going on around talking about how much you don't want to have sex with her? It's weird.
It's really
just
weird.
Choose it. Just do one thing or the other.
He's very hot and cold.
Imagine how horrible that would be to see.
I can't.
So there was a lot of heat on him
Yes.
throughout the week, but in the commitment ceremony as well, from Mel asking continually, but why was it important for you to make Beck your girlfriend?
Yeah. But because it would make her happy. But why was it important to you?
He just couldn't.
He couldn't.
Because
it isn't important to him.
It's not. Yeah.
Oh, that was amazing. I loved Mel doing that. Well done, Mel. And speaking of like other good therapizing, we had John questioning Chris about his behaviour.
His defensiveness and, the whole empathy debacle, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, John was actually earning his...
accolades.
Yes, he was doing good therapizing with them.
And it also went in. It actually went in because it made a difference, sort of, come the homestays. Like, Chris did take it on board, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know how good he was at getting that across to Sam.
No, it was, oh God, what a
It's a
frustrating situation.
minefield, isn't it, this whole thing?
Because, John drew out of Chris that, does the anger come from a place of hurt? It's like, yeah, of course it does. Like, it basically always does with everyone.
Yeah.
And if someone's that defensive, I mean, like Gia, it's coming from a place of being hurt. That doesn't excuse it, though.
Yeah.
But like that makes it so much easier for Sam to understand. And it
Definitely.
felt like they were having a breakthrough, but then obviously Chris had already written what he was going to write on the card.
And then he just said it. I was like, why did you have to say it like
was
that?
so cold.
I'm going to go and be a dad. I'm going to go put my dad hat on.
Oh, that was annoying.
It was really pathetic as well because I was like, well, why did you come here before you become a dad then?
Yeah, and if you want to put your dad hat on, then you need to show your kids that you're being thoughtful to other people and caring for them. And you can't
Right, darling.
You can't just be like, I'm a dad, whenever you're trying to get out of a situation.
I'm a dad.
I'm a dad. Woo, running away.
I'm a dog.
And I'm a dog.
If anyone knows where that TikTok is, like the one that was like, what is it, a supercut of eggheads? And then she's like, my name is Barbara and I'm a dog. We thought it was the funniest thing we've ever seen. If someone could find that for us and send it to us, please, you'll get a big shout out on the podcast.
Yeah,
It's so old, like it's like 3 years old TikTok, maybe older.
Daisy pointed out to me this morning.
What did I point out?
You were like, do you remember when everyone was planking on things? We're
like 1 year apart.
We're 1 year apart, but also you were in Australia and more online than me. But
people were planking all the. It wasn't even online. It was like on Facebook, and also just like people doing it.
Once we googled it, it had a vague. It rang a vague bell.
It rang a bell.
But I certainly didn't partake in any planking. Did you?
No,
No, it would have been like the stupid boys in the class.
I think so.
Doing it.
I can't remember.
Was it like as big as the ice bucket challenge?
Yeah. Did you do the ice bucket challenge?
No,
me neither.
I think I got nominated, but I was just like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna pretend.
I nominate Daisy. What the fuck is this a stupid thing?
Oh my God, embarrassing. It was really sad when he said leave and Sam's face was really
His like
shocked.
mouth just went.
Yeah.
And
He
then
looked up to keep the tears in the
Oh,
eyeballs.
and then just had to have a big cry. It was really heartbreaking.
It was really sad.
because it was so cold.
Yeah, because I feel I got the sense that like when they took their intimacy to the next level, that was maybe like a symbol of this is a relationship now. And so
Yeah.
it was like getting dumped. Because, you know, sometimes when people say leave, it's not really like getting dumped. But it felt like that
There was a
like
genuine
getting dumped,
connection, yeah.
but through a weird letter in front of loads of people and cameras.
And like for drama rather than like seeing it as a true thing.
Yeah, and just so clearly from... What's so annoying is
Embarrassment.
that then we see as the week progresses that Chris, I think, did still have feelings there. So the fact that he was so willing to just be spiky about it is really annoying. But then little princessy side started to come out of Sam.
Big time, because I'm like, okay, you have to let it go. If I understand, it was annoying that Chris kept being like, that's 7 apologies now that he hasn't accepted. And I'm like, that is a bit, you shouldn't be counting them if you actually mean it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, he has apologized 7 times, so can you just move on? Like,
and yeah, is Sam also from Adelaide? I think he might be.
They obviously did a big Adelaide drive to get people.
Yeah.
This happened a couple of years ago with Perth.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
He is pretty gorgeous.
Sam?
For any standard. So in Adelaide.
He looks like you.
He must be a really big fish, and I think it's coming out that like he's acting like he's just like humble, but I think he knows that he's a big fish.
He's a catch.
He was fuming that he got, like, he couldn't let it go. He was like, how dare he not beg for me? Why won't you beg for me?
Who is that?
Lily Allen.
Oh yeah.
Why won't you beg for me?
We listened to that in the car again the other day, that whole album, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was fun. And it was really good.
There you go.
Damn it, Lily.
I think that's what was going on. I think he, like, kind of fair enoughly, was just like fuming that he had been discarded so easily. So even when Chris then did make a little bit of effort, it wasn't going to go in.
What effort are you saying, though? Because I don't think saying, here is my farm, this is the room you're sleeping in, you're going to sleep in a bunk bed, this is some flowers I got the cleaner to prepare for you.
The bunk bed was bad. And he didn't make any effort in terms of like a big gesture. But what I could see with the long scenes of awkward silences was that he was kind of like, I'm ready to just like talk normally now, whereas Sam was being
wanted to get his book out.
Yeah, like Sam wasn't allowing the conversation to move into a normal space.
His pride had been hurt,
and also he wanted a big emotional conversation, whereas Chris wanted to have fun, and that's how they would have got back to so it was.
And also they've had enough of the emotional conversations, haven't they? Like, they had one before the dinner party, they had one at the dinner party, they had one at the commitment ceremony. I guess like Sam probably, like you said, was so rejected and hurt from him saying leave that he just couldn't move past it. But maybe he needed him to say sorry about that specifically.
Yeah.
And just say...
But he did give a bit of a quite nice... They had a nice moment where he said, I've taken on board...
When they were stroking the horses.
Yeah,
and
then
that was
Sam
special.
said, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
But like... And I don't think that the gym thing... I think that was
oh my God, I'm so glad you brought that up, because that's ridiculous. Sam saying... I woke up and he wasn't there, and I was like, that he goes to the gym, you guys both go to the gym. And then Chris was like, I was leaving him to sleep a bit longer.
Yeah, like they're very intensely staying in this isolated farm together. Like you're not going to be wanting to be side by side. I mean, we would have at that stage in our relationship.
Yeah, but if you wanted to be side by side, then you'd be sleeping in the same bed, wouldn't you? Like,
exactly. Chris's farm,
fucking gorge,
was so stunning.
Should we sign up to be the au pairs?
Yeah, I was literally thinking about that. Like, can you believe a baby is just going to be plonked into that beautiful house and environment and just grow up there?
That's so sweet, baby.
It's so stunning, like the lushness. I'm ready to be an Australian farmer.
Oh, okay. We can talk about that.
Because
I'd be an Australian farmer with you.
It doesn't seem the same as being a farmer in Pembrokeshire.
No, it is not the same. Stop doxing us. I've got an Australian passport.
Well,
we could get out there if you want.
No, but you need a cosmopolitan life. I need to stop bringing you further and further into rural.
We can do exactly what Sam and...
Well, yeah.
Sam and Chris have done. Apartment in Sydney, farm in...
How does it even work? And the
New
animals
South Wales
just seem to be grazing around these sort of lush...
What kind of farm
fern
is
gully, fairy glades.
If we do somehow come into shitloads of money, I do think we could move to a farm for quite a long time.
In
Australia, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But not one where you kill the animals, just one where you milk them.
We don't even have to milk them.
And use the fur for little...
Felt animals! Is that what you're going to say?
No, just products. But yeah, we can make felt animals out of the big animals.
We found these YouTube videos that was this girl felting brambly hedge seeds.
It was amazing.
It was like the best thing I've ever seen.
And the noise, I fell asleep on you while watching it.
You're like, and that find me another one.
It was incredible.
Another one. You got games on your phone? Yeah, so when Sam brought out the fucking book.
The book.
And they were like just yes or no responses. Do you accept that you were a big asshole about all of these things? And he's just like, yes. And he's like, you don't have to agree with them all. I was like, why are you making him do this? It's like
do you promise you'll never ever ever do this again?
It was
like,
weird.
Oh no. I can understand that like the hurt was already done, and it's good to follow your gut when it's saying like this isn't going to work. But also if you're having to stay another week, you have to kind of just live in a fantasy world for that, like just put it behind you and live in a funny suspended universe for that 1 week.
Yeah.
And not hold on to all of the things, surely.
Definitely.
I don't know. I just
ended up weirdly on Chris's side by the end of it.
Yeah.
Especially
so
because Sam seems so offended that he didn't beg for him. But Sam said, I don't have any feelings for you and let's end it.
He said, my feelings are pretty gone, which was a cold delivery. My feelings are pretty gone. That's like something Danny would say. And like to go all the way out there and be staying in his house and then suddenly be like, but I guess if your feelings are gone, your feelings are gone.
But I don't think they were.
No, otherwise he wouldn't be so hurt
but
by
I don't
everything.
know why he's... No, because... And then he also said it like later on at the dinner party. He was like, I was really upset that you didn't fight for me.
Yeah, I think
why
they're more
did you say that?
similar than you think, but like they just express it in wildly different ways. Like they both are quite proud. They both think that they're a catch, which fair enough.
I mean, they both
respect yourself. But like he shows that in this kind of like slightly performative, but also genuine, like emotionally open way and talking about feelings, and then Chris shows it in a kind of like spiky fabulous way, but deep down they're both having sort of similar feelings about the situation. I don't know.
Definitely.
I mean, I still think Sam is a lot better at reading and talking to people, but in this moment
I did think that until he got the book out, but
the book was bad.
That was a step wrong.
Yeah.
And we kind of just lost them from there, didn't we?
Yeah.
Which is a real shame.
Unfortunately, another gay MAFS couple to
fail.
Go down
Crash
in flames.
and burn.
Go up in flames. Go down in flames?
I don't know, you should be careful. Sounds like they're going to burn in hell because they're gay.
Oh, no.
Another gay MAFS couple going down in flames. The Westboro Baptist Church is going to like clip our podcast and post it. We're lesbians. We do not consent. So Alissa.
Oh.
Okay. Girl, she's having an absolute freak out. These meddling mothers.
Honestly.
Get away.
Why? She's like 31 or something. Why is
She's
it even
33 or 35?
Oh no, okay, 33 I think. Why is it even a conversation where you're going and asking permission to your mother of whether or not you could move somewhere?
I hate it when this happens.
Is your mother scuppering your relationship because she's worried about you not having a baby? But that means you're about to split up with this person. Then you have to start from zero again.
And I'm
That's
also
going to
like,
take way longer to have the baby.
Also, it's a partnership. Like, if she forces David to move there when they've discussed a different plan and they do that immediately, then he's going to be unhappy and therefore probably have an affair and then leave her to be a single mother.
Also, have a fucking baby in Sydney. Why does it have to be in fucking
And also,
Adelaide?
like, if you're going to forget, you know how she was like, I've seen it happen before. It's 1 year, then it's 2 years, then it's 5, then it's 10, then it doesn't happen. I was like, they can put an alarm on. In 2 years' time, they can fucking put a note in their calendar and say, we've got to move back now.
I just think it's idiotic because you've had the most devoted guy there who's just like, yeah, I'll just do whatever. And now you're pushing your daughter away from that. And
It's
she's just going to be more
and
neurotic.
Like, gross. It's really weird.
Yeah, well, she had all of those framed photographs of photo shoots of Alissa that were, again, so Jemay. Like, I can't believe.
Jemay, the whole thing was Jemay. Again, yeah, it's crazy.
And she, like, even her friends were like, what the fuck are you doing?
And the way she was, like, talking about David in front of him while her friends were there, I was like,
yeah, she was like,
can you tell him to go away or something? Because you're, like, being so mean about him in front of him.
Coming to conclusions. I mean, you thought Chris was bad. She was coming to conclusions without consulting him on live stream in front of her friends. Yeah, so it looks like, we are just going to have to move here after she's
having an absolute mentee bee. And her friends were like, I'm really sorry to bring this up, babe, but it sounds like you're only thinking of yourself and not of David.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, I am.
I'm glad that she's
her
pushed.
Her friends can say those kind of things to her.
She's got good friends, and
that girl who she's friends with, the one with the brown hair who said that, does seem really nice. I want to be her friend. She seems cool.
Yeah, it does make me think.
If you're ever in the UK, girl, let's hang out. You're fun.
It makes me think she must be a bit of a nightmare if her friend, because friends would usually just be so on their friend's side with a new relationship and just be like everything through your friend's perspective.
Yeah,
but that they're having to like coach her. It's like, oh my god, they must have seen her go through some very highly strung moments.
I also think she's knows her so that the friends know her so well, because they're like, he is exactly what you've asked for, he's not what you've had before. So I reckon they can just see that how good it is for her, and can see that she's self-sabotaging. But she seems hurt by David wanting space, but she's pushed him to want space.
And
I hope they can actually take a bit of a breather away from each other.
It's good that he's putting a boundary in now and having a little bit of a moment, because that might be the only thing that actually gets her to choose him.
Yeah,
because I think she just feels like she's got too much power in the situation, but she wants it as well, but also doesn't. Yeah. What was the deal with the poster in the airport then? Was it just that she'd done? Because at first I was like, oh, okay, she's done a bit of modelling. She said
she'd done a campaign, yeah.
But then they were sort of suggesting that she was like, she was just famous in Adelaide.
I think
she was like the face of Adelaide.
I think she might be a social media person, but she's also a nurse, which is weird.
Yeah.
I think she might be. I think if you've got a big social media following, but you live in a small place, then you are a big person.
It's like you being on the sign. I'm not going to say the town.
I don't have a big social media
population. 1052.
And one of those people is Daisy Grant. Yeah, I
like. Is it like?
I don't think it was like Alissa lives here too. I think it was just the face of a white blonde woman that they've used.
Yeah,
on Adelaide.
They were kind of implying that
I think they were making it a bigger thing than it was. I mean, there's often like at an airport, like the picture of someone's face, but it would have been quite confronting. I
think she's going to fuck up the relationship.
Me too.
She's a fool.
She's really silly.
Danny and Beck also this week. Oh my God.
They're just so annoying. She's like, this is the best we've ever been. We're the best couple in the whole experiment. We're amazing. And he's like, he literally doesn't give a fuck. He basically said, I want to fuck your cousin by saying she wants to fuck him.
Yeah. That's very true. Why does Beck keep needing to tell us that she's got a 97 grand mortgage?
$3 million house, 97 grand mortgage.
I'm like, I'm so far off from having a mortgage. I don't even know if that's meant to be a good thing, or what does that even mean?
I think she's saying it's a good investment, and she's paid off most of it. Who gives a fuck?
Why does she need to say that 3 times? But also, Danny, fucking move in there then if it's such a good thing. This thing.
But she's not going to move out. But he's a multimillionaire, allegedly. So what is going on?
What is going on?
And also, like, as if he's going to move to Adelaide and move into her house that's under a flight path. What for?
Okay, yeah, as if that. Like, why? Yeah. So, but we're not on his side for saying it makes me feel like a little bitch for moving into a woman's house.
No, I'm not on his side for not wanting to move in at all. Like, I'm saying as if, because he's embarrassing and like, sorry, I'm not saying like he shouldn't move in. It makes sense that he should. She's got the life. He hasn't got a life. He's only got friends and some money and wherever he lives.
I think because everyone finds Beck such a nightmare and she was being just so weird about it and not even saying, oh, would we want to get our own place? Everyone ended up
$97,000.
Everyone ended up taking Danny's very disturbing misogynist side.
I just think it was a display of how many people have misogynistic views.
Everyone was coming out the woodwork.
And all the men. Yeah.
Stephen? Like, what the hell, guys? They're like, yeah, no, it's just, it's just a way that we think as men. It's just embarrassing to be with a woman who owns any property or has a bank account. So
I'm like, okay, yeah. What are you saying?
What have they been in? Have they been in one of those little gooey eggs that used to grow aliens until your penis is ready to be delivered?
Do they like understand? Yeah, what are you saying? That's what they want the women to be.
Yeah, like what have they been doing this whole time?
I don't understand. And
they just want them to be in their mum's house like a Mormon.
It's the same view as what the fuck was his name? Tyson.
Oh God!
It's the same view as him.
Yeah,
him
exactly.
saying like, I want you to have never slept with anyone, but I also want you to be good at sex or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's bad if you've got a low body count, but it's bad if you've got a high body count. It's the same. He would have this opinion. So it's
Beck's wardrobe. I mean, we've talked about this so much. Like, Beck wouldn't look like that if she had no money.
What do they want? These women wouldn't be able to go on Married at First Sight Australia if they didn't have good enough jobs, because they have to fucking like be out of a job for 3 months.
It's really weird. And then they're also like, they'd be the types who, if they want to be in control of all the finances, but then they'd be complaining about her wanting to spend money on fucking going to a cafe with their friends.
It's like they literally don't understand that women have fought to like be able to own stuff without men. It's because you men have been so shit for so long.
Yeah.
And like, it's really, I'm frustrated, but like the modern equivalent of this is like, you've all got like commitment issues, right? So like, you're all 35 on this TV show. What the fuck were they meant to do before you turned 35 and decided it's probably time for me to settle down?
Yeah, exactly.
Be a goody egg, like you said.
And it's just frustrating because this could have been a conversation about like, oh, I just would really like us to pick our house together.
That is nice.
Make a home together. And I think maybe it was Rachel was trying to say that, like, oh, Beck, I think he's just saying that blah blah blah. And
but then she thought much too highly of it.
She thought much too highly. Then we've got fucking Gia piping up going, yeah, I agree, a man, it should be the man's house, it's embarrassing if it's the woman's house.
But I'm like, but also how much shit did you say about his house?
You hated your man's house that was literally on the water and pretty
and clean,
spick and span for a man's house.
I can't even bother to go into them too much because that was just all so annoying. Gia is a fucking nightmare. She's self-sabotaging. She's really irritating.
But if I was Rachel in that room, I would have felt like I was going insane because Philip has been the most probably unproblematic, and David.
I'm not surprised.
And even both of them said, as if it was just like the most casual normal thing. Yeah,
but
no,
I'm also
that's
like
just how
not
we think.
Surprised by David and Philip at all, because Philip says he's got old school traditional values
and like coaches men online.
Yeah, David's a Christian, like, and that ends up going into those kind of like traditional circles. Like all of these things make sense, but it's like really.
I also just think it's one of those like fringe manosphere things that like seeps into the mainstream.
Yeah.
Like they've heard, they all listen to Joe Rogan or whatever. They think that they're left wing, but they're actually absorbing these views that are just have such.
People who listen to Joe Rogan think they're left wing.
I think lots of people do. Yeah.
It's just that thing of like men wanting to finding their place and finding their value in society. I'm like, it doesn't all have to revolve around control of women.
We
like,
don't want that to be your value. We've got a house. We want you to
sort out your brain and sort out your emotions and your mental health.
Have a nice conversation with us.
Yeah.
Go on a nice holiday. Have a laugh.
I also cannot believe that Stephen had the audacity to say that those values apply to him when he lives in his fucking mum's house. Are you fucking joking me?
I know.
And Rachel's moving there, and the love of Rachel's life is Melbourne, and she needs a few more months. I'm sorry, it's just...
And all she's going to be doing is fucking fishing 24/7.
It does, I mean, to be fair, like... the fishing bit to me sounds like the best part of the whole thing.
The fishing sounds nice, but you have to have other stuff. They're literally only fishing, watching videos about fishing, going fishing, buying a fish.
It's actually making me really annoyed. It's making me really
The fishing is lovely, but when are you going to go like go to a sushi restaurant if you must?
She needs sushi, she needs a massage, and she needs to get a manicure, because look at her, she's gorgeous, she's a feminine lady.
Yeah.
She's obviously cosmopolitan. She loves Melbourne. That's the life that she's made for herself.
She loves to chat as well. There's not a lot of chatting on a fishing boat.
She's top banter. Some lesbian, please scoop her up, whisk her, and come down in a helicopter and whisk her off of this fucking boat.
Fucking waistcoats that she looks so gorgeous in are wasted on Stephen's eyes. Like,
I feel bad because they're like making all this progress and like they're all like, we've done this and it's really amazing, and they're basically the strongest couple in the experiment, but it's wrong. It's wrong, and Rachel needs a nice. I can't. If they're together, I'm going to be shook, and I'm sorry that I've said all this stuff, and I'm sorry, Rachel, if you're listening, but I think you know the truth that I'm right.
Yeah,
that you deserve better, and it doesn't mean that Stephen's not a great guy. I'm sure he's a lovely guy. He seems really sweet, but I just think she's got so much going for her.
Him agreeing with the house thing was like the last straw for me, because I'm like, okay, if he's a bit of a dweeb, but like at least he's got good morals, good values.
But that is just.
But we're having to deal with this when you live in your mum's house.
And again, it's the whole thing of like, okay, oh God, I think I've brought this up on the podcast before, but where men take control of all of this stuff and then they expect women to raise the children, and they say, don't worry, babe, like I'll, and take them out of what they have built for themselves.
Yeah.
And then they get sick of working so hard and coming home and the house isn't clean enough and then they fucking have an affair and leave, and then the wife is fucked because they don't own anything and they left their job for this man. And it sounds like I'm going off on a tangent, but like it happens all the time.
It does.
It happens all the time.
I guess in that sense, we have to give Beck some respect, even though she's going about it again in a completely clumsy-footed way. Yeah. But like, because we can so see she's going to be abandoned by Danny.
Yeah.
So thank God she's defending something that she's built up for herself. She's obviously had a very rocky life and kind of like personal development, and is still ongoing, hopefully.
Of course, yeah.
Hopefully. And she's like giving up so much just to appease him and just to be desired by him, which she's not anyway, because he's a prick. So thank God that she's kind of stubbornly holding on to her house and the things that she's built up, because that's what she's going to be left with when he fucks off.
Honestly, exhausting. And it's disappointing that all of the men had this reaction, and I hope that it comes up in the commitment ceremony and maybe the experts can kind of shed a bit of light on this.
Yeah.
Shed a little light.
Shed a bit of light.
It is that thing of them just seeing these women as like prototypes that can just slot into their lives.
Yeah.
Even if they're moving for them, they want them to be a certain thing. And I understand that you'd come into the experiment with that idea, but the fact that they've known them for like nearly 3 months and they still are thinking the same way, I'm like, have you learned nothing?
Yeah.
Do you not even know that the person that you're with is a person?
And just to attach so much to a thing, like a property, I think for us having lived in London and being like, no one can have a property, like the ridiculousness of it is so vast. Like there's got to be other things about your relationship other than what you own. Because
there is such a weird, and I guess it's because for generations before us, like it was easier to get on the property ladder, and that was like a big step. It was like buy a house, have a baby, do. But like, so we've got that ingrained in us,
and that's still more possible in Australia, it seems.
It is, but it's also it's more possible as a single person as well. Whereas in London, if you're a single person, you could get fucked. There's like no way you're able to buy a house. And it's kind of like minimizing it, not saying that it's easy necessarily to do it in Australia. It's minimizing that they've managed to do that. Yeah. It's a big thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just pissed off with them all. I don't want any of them to be together.
I can just picture Rachel just having a lovely dinner with her girlfriends in Melbourne, and you know, I want her to have love, but I'm terrified about her.
It can't be worth it to like, you know, we've spoken about this before, where like people are like, your girlfriend's matter, and it really annoys me, and because I'm like, as lesbians, everyone get over it.
Yeah,
like, it's annoying to me. I'm like, what that displays is that men are basically shit. And you can't get, and I agree, you can't, there's so much you can't get from men that you need to get from your girlfriends and like going out for drinks, and Rachel is a perfect example of this. I'm like, in order to like be married, full stop, have a baby, like you're going to sacrifice all of these things and go and live and go on holiday, not go on holiday, go to dinner at his mum's house in that brightly lit fucking white and grey house. That's the exchange.
Yeah.
From cocktails with the girlies.
Yeah. Why? What?
And sushi.
What's the point? Oh man.
It can't be worth it. But maybe it is. I've gotten riled up.
It's intoxicating. it's love is the thing that makes people think that the most important thing is to get together and have the baby, and then they'll be discarded.
Yeah.
Anyway.
There is a pressure, and they're all at a point in their life where like that needs to be the next thing. But like, I'm so glad that you and I have been together. We're so lucky that we've been together for like 6 years, and now we're getting married, and then we'll discuss having kids. Discuss. But we thought about it a lot.
Yeah.
Whereas like these people are like, they got married at first sight, and then they want to have a baby like now.
I just want to see a real loving relationship on Married at First Sight. Is it too much to ask?
Is it too much to ask?
You baited us with the oldies. That turned out to be a fresh hell.
Oh my God, that felt like so long ago.
I know. You baited us with the gays. There was, they made some progress there. Turned out to crumble. Come on.
Give us something good.
Just give us a Jules and thingy.
Cam.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what the next week brings us. The last week of stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Then it will be final vows and then reunion. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Can't wait to see what's happened.
I need a salmon bagel right now.
I'm going to make it for you, my love. I love you.
Love you lots.
Bye.